Hi, this is Bethany Gagné, the originator of the Albany Peace Project, and I am very pleased to be here today with Gail Jensen, who has been another one of a very strong supporter of this project since we thought of it actually a couple years ago. So Gail is passionate about meditation as I am, and can you tell people just how long you've been meditating and what type of meditation?
Certainly. I went to Albany State, and when I was about 20 years old, which was a long, long time ago, over 40 years ago, I received a TM mantra, and I just loved it right away. It resonated in this way that I'd never experienced before, and I fell right into meditation, and I loved it, and I still do it every day, and I still love my mantra.
Twice a day for 40 years.
Twice a day for over 40 years.
Wow.
Sorry about that.
Right. And you're so consistent with it because it's helped you through a lot of challenges in life. Is that correct?
It's helped me through everything. I don't know what people do without meditation.
I say that all the time.
I don't know how you relax and rejuvenate at the end of a really busy day. I had a very intense teaching career and worked for agencies and had children, had all the usual challenges, but I knew that I could come back, and before I made dinner and did laundry and dishes and homework with the kids, I knew that I could take, and they would allow me to take because I put a sign on the door.
Right.
They would let me take a half an hour to do my TM, and it just got me through. I felt every day, I can meditate, I can be refreshed is the word that always came to me.
Right.
And then I can go on and finish a wonderful day with my kids and get ready for the next day and get up the next day early and meditate before anybody else gets up.
Right.
So that's what I've done my whole life.
You really just said something so important, because I often say that we spend the time with the people we love the most when our energy is the lowest. And so we tend to give our best energy to people at work, or and then we come home, and the people that we love the most, they actually don't get the best from us. But and this is exactly what I find too with meditation. Around 5 o'clock, my girls know at 5 o'clock, Mom's going to meditate, right? And you're able to be much more present, right? I'm a much better mom after meditation than I would have been if I had never taken it.
Oh, the difference is amazing when you step back out of that room. And you're back.
I know, exactly. And
okay, let's go.
my girls will even joke every now and then, Mom, you got real happy. Like, what? Yeah.
It's wonderful. I'm so glad that I found it and that you found it and that other people participating in this program have found meditation.
And that's why, you've been such a supporter. And can you also tell people about how you had a stroke a few years ago? Was it 3 years ago now?
It was 3 years ago in
how
December.
how meditation helped you work through it.
Yes, and the first thing that I always think of is that a meditator is not supposed to have a stroke. Mm-hmm. And that's, I could feel guilty or ashamed or embarrassed about that, but that's not really very productive.
Right.
And I actually know what happened in my own life. It was a series of, I could say, traumatic events, but there were several very difficult things that happened in my life, as happened in many people's lives.
Right.
And I couldn't make it all the way through all of these events. And I did have a stroke. A memory loss stroke. And I basically woke up one day and I didn't know anything except I knew that I'd had a stroke because I'd been a health teacher as part of my career, and I recognized the symptoms, but I had lost everything else. I could do basic self-care, but I didn't know anything. I couldn't read, although I did know the alphabet. And I had taught reading from the alphabet at the jail where I worked, so I knew how to teach myself to read, but that took days and weeks and months to come back to remembering who I was and where I was, and I lost all my maps. So still going everywhere is difficult, and it's difficult to use devices that map for you because that's another thing.
Right.
I lost my ability to use devices. I had to learn that again. But the one thing I did not lose was my mantra.
Wow.
I did not lose my desire to meditate. I did not lose my ability to meditate. And as soon as I figured out what had happened, I'd had a stroke. I didn't get any care for quite a while. But when I did get into a stroke center, I just asked him to turn down the lights and let me sit up and not bother me.
Right.
so that I could meditate, and the staff was very happy about that.
Wow.
Because they believed in it.
Right, right.
They thought that it would make a difference and lower my blood pressure. And so I meditated all the way through my week at the stroke center, and then I just kept meditating on a regular schedule, just like I always had. And I really felt that that helped me come back and heal sooner.
Didn't you say the doctors said that you had done remarkably well as far as your recovery rate? You had actually recovered fairly quickly.
Yes, I did recover at quite a steady pace, and I am still recovering. I'm not all the way back, but it's been an incredible journy. And then to get an email about your program and to be welcomed in and find a bunch of meditators
I know.
And people that I could relate to, it's been great. To be part of this program, and then to be able to share my love of meditation with people who will be meditating with all of us.
Absolutely. So Gail's going to lead us into a meditation in just a bit. And anything in particular you want to prep us for with your meditation, or no?
I would just like everyone to relax and settle in and realize that this is a very important thing to do every day for a month. And you didn't tell me to say that.
I know, I didn't. And to connect to the other meditators, right? The fact that we're all showing up for each other in this, right?
Yes, we're all together for a month. It's a beautiful thing. I'm really thankful that I get to be a part of this.
Well, thank you so much. Gail's been a regular at Numinous for the last few years, and her contributions are always so helpful. So thank you. We're looking forward to you leading this meditation, and I'm sure I will be in touch with you soon. And we will... Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you for having me.